The Royalguard style is one of the most difficult styles to master, but potentially one of the strongest. The main function of this style is to guard against enemy attacks to fill up a meter for a counterattack. The effectiveness of the block depends on how well timed it is. Perfect guarding nullifies damage, increases style ranking, and more quickly fills the rage meter. Rage can be used for offensive and defensive purposes. Royalguard can generally only defend against attacks that deal damage. It does nothing against those that do not, such as the Leviathan Heart's Red Orb or Devil Trigger Drain or Georian's Time Distorting attacks. There are some exceptions to this, such as the Vortex phase of Goliath's Swallow attack in Devil May Cry 5. In Devil May Cry 4 and 5, when Dante chooses this style, he will lower his posture into a brace position, leaning forward with his right arm and leg as if exaggerating a heater shield guard stance, and shouts, while snapping his left hand behind him. An electrical aura sparks along with it, a pale blue tint in DMC 4, glowing red in DMC 5, similar to the other styles. The rage meter is represented by the style level spheres on the HUD. Each sphere will blink as it is filling and will maintain a glow once it is charged. Block and Charge is Royalguard's primary ability. As the name suggests, Dante blocks attacks, which also charges the rage meter. Simply holding guard and waiting for an enemy attack will reduce damage taken from enemies, but by timing the block just before Dante is hit, he will block all damage and stagger the enemy. This also yields both a greater stylish increase and a higher amount of rage. Dante can hold his block stance indefinitely and weaker attacks without breaking, but larger demons with stronger attacks can break his normal guard. This can be dangerous because of the long recovery times which leave Dante open for attack. Blocking attacks also causes Dante to turn and face the attacker on contact. Block and Charge has an instant start and cooldown animation that can be used to cancel other animations. The aerial variation, aptly named Air Block, functions exactly the same as the ground version, but in the air. It does cause Dante to drop considerably faster than his typical rate of descent. Release and Air Release expend all the rage meter in exchange for a devastating attack. A full meter can kill lesser demons in one attack. While on the ground, Dante simply palm thrusts enemies with a normal release, but a perfectly timed release will cause Dante to zoom past the target. The situational perfect release can be used as a pseudo-dash to close the gap between Dante and an enemy. Royalguard's final ability is Ultimate. When executing this move, Dante will put his hands back and extend the other, creating a barrier of spinning circular glyphs in a triangular formation. When an enemy hits the glyph, their attack is completely absorbed and converted into health for Dante. This ability will only protect Dante from frontal attack and will only convert the equivalent of enemy's base attack. Sufficiently powerful attacks will shatter the glyphs and Dante will take damage. Unlike Block, Ultimate has a relatively long startup and cooldown animation.